What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the My First Property podcast. Again, we have a brand new audience here, which is about to share his story. You want to introduce yourself?
Okay, hi. I'm Dylan. I'm currently 28.
Yeah.
Working in Shah Alam, Subang. Okay, and I'm married 3 years ago. Yeah.
I always like this first statement, right? It sounds like an interview question. Please introduce yourself. Then my SPM, I get straight A's there.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Nothing.
Yeah, so today, really appreciative of Dylan because he takes leave to come and share his story today, which is thank you so much for doing
Hopefully
this.
my boss didn't watch it. No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
That was that awkward moment. I'm sorry, boss. I didn't force him. But just some, what do you do on your normal basis? What do you...
Because I'm studying food science.
You can speak closer.
So because I'm studying food science, so currently I'm working in food manufacturing.
Food manufacturing?
Yeah, doing like quality assurance, production sites. Yeah.
So cool. And you got married 3 years ago.
Engaged, I can say like the registrations. I just had my...
Registration
wedding.
is on as good as...
Yeah, I just had my wedding 6 months ago.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Oh,
No, it's okay. How much was it?
how much?
Yeah.
It's a lot. Enough for down payment for landed.
Enough for that? Wow, six figure? Got it.
No, not until that lah. My
Okay.
660, around 60-70K in total. But then it's just a very small garden wedding. Hosting 100 something people only.
100 something people. Okay. Now, right, 100 something people, is it a lot or not? I also don't know already.
Actually depends. Because it's during MCO time lah. That time is just another wave. Right before the Chinese New Year. Right after the Chinese New Year, sorry.
Was anyone infected in the...
No, thanks God.
Yeah,
Everything went so smooth.
Yeah. My wife got from a wedding when she came back.
Oh.
Yeah, then my whole family take turns.
Yeah.
Horrible. But anyway, 60,000-70,000. Right? So this is a topic like I just went to a table talk. I just went to Yam Cha sessions. We spoke a lot about this kind of thing. Like a lot of people still don't believe,
Yeah, because but then my wedding, I held in Malacca. Because both
Is it
me and
cheaper
my
already?
wife, it's cheaper, much cheaper. If the government weddings, if I like in Genting there, it will cost around 100 something.
Ooh, that's the place.
Same thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh my god.
in Malacca it's much affordable.
Then got collect ang pao lah.
Got. Of course.
If no ang pao, die. Right?
Stressful.
Don't know how to do.
Yeah.
Cool. 3 months and congratulations. Then now the first property that you got is a home.
This is what I was mainly just trying to share lah. Me and my wife, we are having a different perspective on first home. Because back in my university time, right before graduations, I read about the Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Good.
So
What a great book.
Yeah, so I just tekan to my wife, say the first home is never going to be a own stay because that's a liability.
Yes.
We need to build asset. But then right after our graduations, it's already entering like the 7th year we've been together. So
Wow.
yeah, she'll be moving from Malacca up to Selangor, staying with my family. And then we're going to register. And then by that time only I feel like what am I struggling to hold on the value to? If I can't even provide the security to my wife. Then yeah. So by that time we decided, say it's not necessary to have investment first.
Yeah.
When we can't secure our own security, then we go into own stay house. But looking at pre-launch, because by that time our salary is still very low.
Yeah. So you all joined for the first house.
Yeah.
You all joined for the first house. Luckily you all got married.
Yeah, because I signed SPA on July.
You all get married first or you all sign SPA first?
Sign SPA first.
Oh wow. This is one of the things that I most pantang one.
Yeah, I watch a lot of your your advice.
And that's the thing that a lot of people like. You and Sean hope that couples all break up one.
Yeah. But it's not a thing lah.
Because of the different emails that I receive on a monthly basis for last time, right? It's, dear Sean, how do I not pay my share of the installment?
Wow. A lot.
My boyfriend and I we signed the papers together, but the loan is under his name, but I don't want to pay. Wow. Does he have any legal accountability on my side? Like, yeah, but that's the very sad fact that I faced. So to me, it's best that we also need to talk about this, which is yesterday when I was sharing all the short clips about owning a home, like because of the 100,000 from wedding to get a house, furniture, renovation, to get a baby.
Yep.
100 Gs is cash. It's a must.
Yeah.
Of course, there are also alternatives. A lot of people come and bash me. It's like, hey, got government hospital one, right? You can just let your mother-in-law take care one, right? I know. But of course, as a responsible man, I want to give the best,
Yeah.
right? So that's the obligation. So if you don't have 100 grand, of course, you can still go throw it up. But the thing is, the very interesting perspective about women not wanting to stay with the in-law. So work really hard in buying your first property.
Yeah.
So you don't have to stay with your in-law.
Actually, my wife, she pretty like get well with my parents.
Yeah.
Because we've been together for a very long time. And my parents actually know her right before we have been coupling. So yeah, we feel very familiar.
So that's good. That's good.
Yeah. So after proposal, only all these thoughts comes in.
Which I agree, especially when you have a kid.
Yeah.
Right? So when you have a kid, right, the teaching from different generations, right? Grandparents are designed to spoil the kids, right?
This is why I worry also.
Yeah, so like parents will no matter how we discipline, right? Grandparents will like scold the daughter, but then sayang
The grandchildren.
the grandchildren, like, which is very, very weird. And so when did you start watching my stuff?
Actually, I watched like I think 3 years back, right after my graduations. By the time I'm looking into, because I'm struggling to really like keep my thoughts or go into investments.
Okay.
Then I like the series like Asking Sean, because that's where you answer to those people. The question kicks in is very realistic towards public. Yeah, so I follow a lot from there. Then I believe there's one episode you agree with the own stay. Then that's what like inspired me lah. It's nothing to hold on if you can't really know your core values and know your priorities.
Then you like episode 1 a lot lah. The Jonathan, the first.
Yeah. So actually, what makes me like have the
courage,
have the confidence to come over here is from Yanjing.
Oh,
because he's about the same age with me. So I was thinking, because before this I was thinking like, hey, I'm just an ordinary one. So what am I going to share sitting here with Sean?
Yeah.
But then after Yanjing, I feel like maybe there is something I could share as well.
Correct. And that's the whole point of this episode. Like me, instead of getting some guru or some investor with 35 properties, right?
What does it mean, sir?
So it's a whole different level kind of thing. When you're trying to scale from 5 properties to 10, it's a whole different skill set. But trying to get your first 2 or first 3, right? Now even the new budget menggalakkan pembeli rumah pertama.
Yeah.
There's so many goodies, right? Every time pembeli rumah pertama. Never ending on this goodie.
Yeah. Actually, I bought during the HOC.
Yeah.
That's what like pushing me lah. That time still, December is going to end. But I told my wife, I say it's never going to end. But then it's continuing until now.
So that's the good and bad part about Malaysia. So like Malaysia has one of the highest home ownership in Asia.
Oh,
means most Malaysians own homes.
That's good.
But we still menggalakkan pembeli rumah pertama, which is like never ending. So can you share like what was like when you get the first book, right, of Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? What was the thought process like when you I want to start investing, and how, and what were your references? Like how do you start?
Actually, looking at my investment journey, right? Because after graduations, we're going into food industries. Surprisingly, food industry, the offer is not as good as what public thought lah.
Yeah.
So it's been very low, but then I start up investment with stocks. Yeah. Then at first I was like going into value investing, but then sooner I feel like it's very
Slow.
slow. And then I have a deadline there. 2019 is going to be my proposal. Everything is like it's already in plan. So I get into day trade. Yeah, it's quite a good time. Then by that time I still didn't go into investment. Although I watch your
Channel lah.
but then I feel property is something I need a lot of capital. At first I thought. Then I was going into it just until MCO. Then all the stock crash. I think I lost around 70% of my total. And I couldn't hold it because the mental is not there. Because I'm not a high income earner.
Yeah.
So the money means a lot to me. And then after that, we settled down, talked to my wife, what are the challenges, what are the mistakes. And then she just told me that why not get some investment which is more secure, like the property you said before. Then only by that time I was thinking, this is a pandemic. Definitely there were a lot of people like struggling too. And if I have the holding power going through this pandemic, then I might take this as an opportunity instead of looking back at my stocks, regretting everything. So by that time, go into property guru, stuck in home, nothing to do. Starting to watch all your videos back and back. I read some books like from Tony Yap. Yeah. So, but then still not easy to get an investment home. I think I sourcing for it around 6 months for my first investment.
Then how you start? How you where a lot of people don't understand the location geographically, how do you choose?
So when the first thing I look into the for investment, I'm looking into the government planning policies.
Yeah.
So I think the upcoming will be the LRT3, the Putrajaya line, and I'm staying in Puchong. So I'm quite familiar with that. So the first thing I was looking at the stops where the government proposed, and then by that time no traffic jam. So I just take my wife, we go round along the LRT and looking at which place, and after that we just look into we just discuss on the budget for our first investment, because we don't want to over leveraging ourselves, and we also it's our first try so we didn't want to go burst out our DSR. So in the end, we set a budget, we agreed. Then I'm the one who go do all the studies. I'm my wife is like the boss.
Yeah.
So I just come back, I propose to her, today look into this, what are the good, what are the bad.
Yeah.
Then in the end we just go a few site visits, and then we got one in Equine Park.
Nice.
But it's a very old shop apartments.
Equine Park, Sri Kembangan, that one.
Yep.
Condo?
No, it's shop apartments.
Shop apartment.
Yeah.
What is a shop apartment?
Meaning that it's
It's weird that I've seen so many things with I don't even know what is the shop apartment.
shop apartments is basically like the service residence now,
Yeah.
but then on top of it is condo.
Ah.
Shop apartments on top of it is just apartment, 5 floor working up. Below it is a row. Yeah, it's a row of shops.
Oh, okay. Apartments
Yeah, it's apartments. Normally it's catered for
lower income group.
Yeah.
No. To me it's fine. But I just didn't know it was called shop apartments. Because some apartments, yes, they are full residential. Then some they are with the commercial components.
title.
Yeah. May I ask how much you got it for?
100 somethings. The price per square feet is around 250.
250. So 100 something, then 900 square feet.
It's around 700, 800 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now renting out?
Yeah, it's renting out.
Positive cash
Yeah,
flow?
it's positive. This one is the one with positive. Then
You were saying nothing only, You know the whole world
yeah.
after seeing my video, right? Sure, you find for me where got positive one, where?
No, but then this one I can say I have the positive is mainly because I have a lump sum of cash I pump into it. Then monthly payment become very less. This one makes it very positive lah. And the tenants we staying there I think around 11 years. Yeah, so that's good.
So you bought with tenancy lah.
Yeah, bought with tenancy.
Okay, so for those who don't understand, when you buy new properties, of course, no tenancy because the house is not even ready. For sub-sale, sometimes when it's for sale, the owner wants to sell it, but it comes with a tenant.
Yeah.
And it's fine. So what happens is you can buy the house and the tenant, see when the tenant whether wants to agree to continue the tenancy or not.
Yeah.
Then of course you don't straight away, okay, I increase your rental 50% lah, don't lah. But then it's also an option if you want to stay yourself, then the tenant gotta go.
Yep.
And that's the harsh reality if you're the tenant. Let's say we have a lot of friends where they rent the house 3 years, 4 years, didn't sign a tenancy agreement already. Then suddenly the owner sell. You gotta go. And even you sign a tenancy agreement, they can just pay you whatever rental that you paid, you still gotta go. And that's the harsh reality if you have a family. You gotta keep moving. And when you are part of your career, you really need to focus.
It's on your
time.
Yeah.
You know, moving
So
house
big.
is such a pain.
Yeah.
Right?
I just moved to my own stay house I think a month ago. Until now, a lot of things still
See in the box.
Yeah, it's not in the box. It's still in my
old house.
In the old house.
Yeah, also it's a very, very painful and that's the thing that home can be. Home is this thing, a dwelling system that allows people to just focus on what they can do. That's why I advocate a lot on not buying all the low-cost housing, 670,000, right? Then to buy and to rent out and make a lot of money with it.
Yeah.
That is what you do, whatever you want to do lah. But to me, it's if this family can settle a roof, right, then they can focus on their careers to make more money. Then they can upgrade later. If not, right, every month, okay, you gonna keluar. Then next month, now OPR increase, right? I want to increase your rental. I cannot afford it. You need to find somewhere cheaper. Then imagine the
struggle.
the struggle that they need to go through. The kids, so what's your home address? I don't know. I will never know what's my home address.
Because keep on moving.
Yeah, keep on moving, and it's just not as stable. That's why I'm a strong advocate. But continuing with your story, right? So after you get this apartment, then how long later you'll get this own stay house?
Actually, I bought a own stay house back in 2019, but then it's pre-launch. Yeah, but that time it's just piling stage.
Oh.
So actually, that's also one of the reason we are going to pre-launch because by that time, it's almost already leveraging all our DSR. Yeah, it's already around I think 60% both of our DSR. Okay. So it's pretty bad. But then that time we just graduated. Then it's something like the committed to this property, right? It's actually like pushing us moving forward.
Yeah.
Not only in our life, in our everything's in our career. So in 2020, I got one in Queen Park. And 2021, I got another one in Puchong. Yeah.
Ooh.
This is what all inspired by you. Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
We'll repeat that again and again and again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but crazy. So okay, let me get it straight. 2 names under the first property.
Yep.
Second one?
It's my wife's name. Then the third one is my name.
Ooh.
So now we already maximizing our quotas already.
Yeah.
So we are now settling down.
Yeah.
Because this year we have our wedding, we have our own renovations, everything. So I think it's now for this year.
You are the specimen, right, of what I'm trying to tell a lot of young people. Before your wedding, right, try to sort out all these kind of things first. Like I realized because I was broke throughout my entire 20s. So I didn't have people buy sneakers that's $600, right? I can never, because I only spend $300-400 a month. I cannot understand what $600 then you.
Same.
Yeah. So might as well I put into $50, right? Then I step on it. Then I was very foreign to all these materialistic things. I didn't understand because I cannot afford so might as well don't understand. Then that led me to this very frugal lifestyle for very, very long. And once I kind of got money a little bit when I was in my 30s, right? But all my investment has been settled.
Wow.
Settled meaning like it's in place. Like for you now,
already.
okay, this one is generating, this one is generating, this one is generating. I'm staying in my own house. I got some blue chips here and there. I got some Bitcoin here and there.
Settling down. Like.
Yeah, then only like, okay, is it time to have a baby? It's fine. Because the bigger stuffs are done and it starts accumulating across time.
Yep. This is what my main priority now.
Yep.
Before like setting investment, because a lot of people like telling me, you just get stuck by investing in properties.
Yeah.
I was telling them, why am I getting stuck? If I'm still healthy, I'm still getting active incomes. So these things I'm actually looking like back, like maybe in future 10 years. Actually, the main point I tell my wife, because my wife is something like she's very conservative lah.
Yeah.
Before this, she always put all the money in FD, only in FD, not other than FD.
My wife also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But then I respect her core values because as husband and wife, you need to share something. Yep. Mutual agreements are very important. So back in property investment, so the main thing we go into it is to say like, what are we going to leverage ourselves when our kids need the resources? Because both of us is not from a wealthy family. Although it's not bad lah. We're getting all we want. But then it's still we have our own like perspective in the future family we are going to build. So we're still looking at the gap. So not only working on active income, what about the passive incomes? People a lot of saying like stocks, but how can you manage stocks? Like buying into blue chips, you still need a lot of capital. Yeah. But only in property if you know the way. Yep. And you can leveraging your age. So this is what I'm pushing myself before 30s. I need to get more because I still can get 30 years loan.
Oh, the good news is now we can take up to 75.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Then I think the property price will further increase. Hopefully.
Everyone keeps saying property price will drop. I say
until 75. Wow, is that surprise? Meaning that after
I see the same sign.
After I retire, I still need to.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately, so now, unfortunately lah. So the story here is we work really hard before 30s, right? So I can get as much 35 years loan as possible. I got 40 years loan before.
Wow, for your
for my first property.
One. I know.
For my first property, I get 40 years loan. That's why my monthly installment is like immediately cash flow positive. Then the family was like, why you want to pay 40 years? I said, if you can pay 60 years also, I will pay. Yeah. Because every month I'm making money, so why I care the bank is making money also. Yeah. I'm using their facilities to make money. Yep. It's not that if I make, they lose. If they make, I lose. It's not this kind of thing. It's win-win.
Yeah. It's a whole market thing.
Yeah, but then the old mindset is they don't like loans. It's best that, Sean, why not you just pay everything? You think I don't have... Wow, you think...
How I wish I can pay everything. Yeah,
so that's the old school mindset that I think a lot of our age one, our parents have this mindset. Like Yuan Jin also, the parents also like... I don't understand what's so bad with loans. Because last time there was this trend of projects being incomplete. Yeah. Very high rates.
Yeah. But now...
So they are risk. But then if those are unfurnished, you pay cash worse, right?
Yep.
So they have this very fearful mindset about property all this while. And no one knew how to play property even. And what is going through my mind now, right, as I went to a lot of podcasts more, I speak to a lot more successful people, I realized this generational thing where now you are creating this brand new generation of yours where your grandkids are going to thank you for it.
Yeah, this is what I agree with.
Yeah, so let's say for the next 10 years, you're going to play the same game that I play. 10 years later, you're going to refinance it because you built equity in it, take out the cash inside and still refinance it at the rental rate of the current time, pay nothing for it every month, get the extra cash and the next one, and repeat the same game every 10 years. So by 30 years down the road, you will own like 7 or 8. And let's say 7 to 8, right? Marginally increase 3% a year, right? It's going to be a lot of money while you are still building your active income.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And your future children or your grandchildren, right? It's going to start from having 10 maybe properties. Straight away, or I want to be a singer, whatever you want to be.
Just sold off one. Pursue your dreams.
So it's suddenly when one kid having a health condition or one kid have a terrific IQ, needs to go to some special school or whatsoever, right? It's possible. And 10 seems rather a lot, but the goal is like the first two, nothing difficult, right?
Yeah, nothing difficult. So I'm now like stuck for getting the fourth one.
Yeah, then there's a
There's a gap lah.
Yeah, there are tricks that I can show you off cam, because not all are not all. That's the benefit of course. You come all the way, right? Take leave some more. But I want to touch on the point where you mentioned your wife. It's playing that conservative side of things. And that's very important. For me and my wife also, I think I didn't speak about this before. She is so good at playing conservative. She's so good in playing defense, right? I play offense like nobody business. Right? I got, let's say if my earnings is 5,000, right? I will invest 6.
Wow. Yeah, I saw from the landed families.
Yeah. I will go all the way, right? Because I know if I can take it. And when I take it, she can be okay by herself.
That's cool.
So I have the
balancing.
So I'm betting a lot. And this was since we started dating like 18, 19 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, so we dated for 12 years before we got married.
Cool. It's all secondary school friends?
No, we met each other in a Chinese orchestra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was imported because of my talent.
Okay.
But I look like a total gangster in the music orchestra. So weird. Spiky hairs and all.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It's a little bit difficult to imagine that.
But the exciting point is when I was going all out since 17, 18 already.
Wow.
Like 18 to 19, right? When we were dating, we only meet 1 hour a week for lunch.
Wow.
The rest of the times I was like dipping myself into MLMs some tuition centers how to make more money. I go to this course that course of never ending one. So sometimes I make money, sometimes I lose money, sometimes I make money, sometimes I lose money.
So wife is very supportive.
And after I do the podcast with the Cheryl one, Mr. Money one, Tun Wei one, I realized this common trait of having wise woman next to him.
Yeah, this is what I think what smoothed my whole journey is thanks to my wife lah. Although during some arguments I'll find like she's not supportive enough. Because whenever like more on the stocks because she can't really accept stocks, especially at day trade. But now we are going like more on REITs. So she's okay. Everything's lump sum into property. So she's that kind of people always helping me to pull handbrake. Although I'm not that adventurous like you. But then I'm also part.
I don't encourage people to also actually. It's very painful.
Yeah, so stability is always our main goal lah.
Yeah. And the thing is when you pursue stability, right, you still own slowly 3 properties.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good choice.
Hopefully or not, but it's all informed decisions.
Yeah.
All based on the
rental
rates. You know what you're getting into. Can we afford it or not? If you really cannot afford it, the bank negara won't approve your loan also in the first place.
Yep.
Right? And that's the achievement, I would say. Like now, what I would encourage is to start living life a little bit. Means that you settle 3 already, right? What the property needs now is time. And I think like with this current crisis right now, the main characteristic of property is actually hedge against inflation. I read all these textbooks, right?
Yep.
First benefit of property is hedge against inflation. But inflation didn't really happen, right, for the past 7-8 years. It was never the thing until this year.
Yeah. Impact everything.
Now we see.
Yeah.
Like hedge against inflation, right? Rental is not going to go down. It's only going to go up. Material price, labor cost, everything is going to go up. It's going to cost 30% more just to build the same thing.
Yep.
How do you expect the property price is going to go down, right? So even if the property price stays the same, you're going to make money because you're building equity across time.
Yep.
Then I would suggest now, these properties you hold for a little while. We will talk about the 4th one, how to get more, 5th one.
Okay.
And when you have a little bit more money now, live life a little bit. It's very weird and it comes from me, right? Very, very weird. Even when I buy crazy things like my watches, right? It's very mindfully I'm making money from it, right? right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, splurge lifestyle because nothing is going to be more happier than providing to my family,
Yep, agree.
right? So like, because my wife went through all this shit with me, right? Now, if she want to do anything, right, go ahead lah.
Actually, this is what I was planning to share also. Because me and my wife, right after our graduations, I can say we are both minimalists. I think right before when we are in the same university. So we are living a very minimal life. And not that we deteriorate our
Yeah.
living quality. It's just that when we have the choice, we plan to go for the minimum. It's not because we can't afford, it's because we look at the value behind it.
Yeah.
Like I can go all out to like spend omakase.
Yeah.
But what if your active income and your career path, you're far away from that.
Yeah.
So what are you getting from that? Just an experience, expensive experience. So besides than that, so not looking at all the spending. Me and my wife, we are like, we go all very minimum
Yeah.
and spending our life. Like we cook every day. Yeah, my wife cook every day. I
Wow.
can say that. So whenever we have an increment, we will immediately calculate back our DSR. So I was like, okay, it's finally. That's why we get into the second and the third. But then now we're already settling like you say, most of our big events in our life.
Yeah.
So I told her, this year you already struggle enough.
Yeah.
So this year it should be like hassle-free year.
Yeah. Take a
Then-
breather a bit.
Yeah.
Can breathe a little bit before you go down again.
So now we are looking back in our living qualities. So for the renovations or for the furnitures, I just asked my wife, it's time for you to go what you prefer. Then what you should. Because last time is what we should.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I should choose something cheap.
Yep.
But now I think like you should choose something you like. It's time for, although we are not that wealthy yet,
Yeah.
but we already, this is also, sorry, coming back to the property. This is what I always told my wife. The reason why we need to buy in properties taking the maximum loan is that to save $1 million using our active income is a very difficult way. But then to build equity, build assets for $1 million, I just asked her, we are 25 when we first committed. So when 60, you already finished paid off, and that will be your complete asset,
Yes.
regardless of your active income throughout this, regarding all your increments, everything. So this is what I think is very valuable to us lah. Meaning the investment, the journey, being a minimalist, and now reach a mutual agreements, getting a step closer to what we want for our families. Although we don't have babies yet.
Yeah.
This is what we plan not to have baby yet.
Yeah.
Because it's finally our like honeymoon.
Yeah.
We have struggled a lot. We're looking at money like every penny.
Yeah.
Every penny counts. Because by that time we have a deadline for the weddings. The event planner need to pay out deposits, like renovations, everything. But then now everything's settled.
This is the worst time.
This is the worst.
Uh,
Because before this, my wife have a FD account,
yeah.
putting all the wedding money inside it. Then she said that is the account you can't touch,
Yeah.
regardless of what investment you're thinking. But then when I sourced for the Puchong house, I was telling her, hey, I can do something.
Yeah.
Then I can take it back, but I need your
Cash
FD
first.
account cash first.
Yeah.
Then you say, what if the key is not handed before our wedding?
Yeah.
Thanks God to the MCO.
Wow, you're playing with fire, bro.
So yep, it delays 2 years. So our wedding also delayed 2 years. Then everything is like it's
Meant to
well
be.
planned. Yeah, it's meant to be. It's a smooth. It's
So the Puchong
smooth.
one, may I ask, is what kind of property is that?
It's also a walkout apartment. Because it's around 400 per square feet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Then also rental? Can it cover?
That one is a negative gearing.
Yeah.
But this one is positive. So every month there will be like a 200 negative gearing, which is still okay lah.
Okay lah. 200 is nothing lah.
Yeah, hopefully.
But because, is this a sub sale?
Yeah, it's both I get it from sub sales because
But you take
buying-
100% loan lah. 90% loan.
Yeah.
100% loan.
100%.
Okay. Have you used your KWSP yet?
Nope.
Okay, that's this trick. If you remind me a lot of like me lah, because I got nothing when we got nothing when we started, right? And that's the best when you have a lot of money, right, you won't think so much. You won't be as resourceful. Try to save up like when you're 28 or 20 to 30, right? If you can save up like 3 to 50,000, buy a subsale that is around 300,000. Then when you can find a property that is around 1,003 to 1,005 rental, you can almost cover your installment already. Then when you buy that, immediately you can take the SPA, go to your KWSP, withdraw almost everything in account 2. After you get account 2 already, you get that lump sum of cash. Immediately it fills you back up for your 10% down payment already. With that, then you go for your second one. If you want to go for another subsale, you can, but you can also go for a new property. So that's easier. Immediately, within 3 years, right, you got 2 properties going already. Then this money don't go and ball. Keep it in the account, right? When the property handed over, then you use this money to do renovation and then rent out. Immediately if you buy it at 26 or if you buy it at 28, by 31, you got 2 already. Right?
Yep.
Then your girlfriend, itchy already, when we will get married and my parents forcing already. Okay, let's do something, right? Better than you take all this, right, and you didn't even start. A lot of people now, property 250,000 can stay, meh? And that is the unfortunate reality for a lot of our generation where we start from zero. Because our parents are so good that start from negative, they build it up to zero. So now from zero, right, all the people, why got people stay 700 square feet, pay 800 rental? I mean, it's been a dream. I want to go review a lot of low-cost apartments to let everyone see, right, how goddamn lucky we are.
Yeah. Actually, I can show you because I'm getting into a lot of that area. Because this is what also like you always say don't go those area.
Yeah.
And actually, I've been struggling with my moral values.
Yeah.
But then if I didn't take that, they still are not going to buy it. So this is my thoughts that I can buy it, but then I treat the tenants well. I provide them what they need, and they build me equities. So this is what I'm trying to balance without the leveragings on the investment and also taking on my moral values.
But to me, you buy what you can afford.
Yep.
So that is the time when you can afford a 300,000 then. And 300,000 is not low cost. A lot of people keep thinking 300
it's medium cost.
It's medium to high. So it's not low really. Low is 60,000, 70,000.
Yeah, there's a lot out there.
And it's under auction.
Yep.
60, 70,000, a lot of people get it from auction market. And like you say, like 300,000 is not low cost. So if you want to buy it, by all means. But now, at my state, if I were to go, I'm actually looking at an apartment that's 400,000 now. Yeah, but I'm actually dabbling between Bitcoin and property right now. So because I got enough properties already, then like the problem with property right now for me is this valuer call me, hey, I want to go and see your property. Can I know which one?
Cool. That's my wow.
Then the butcher one, I know which one.
Need to say it.
Yeah, so like I don't know. So like, this is which I'm an agent. I saw your ad. I want to rent. Again, which one? That's why like now when you have a lot, right, property management is going to be the next thing for you.
Yeah.
So it gives you more time. And during this time also, like when you splurge a little bit, your honeymoon time, also you should enjoy a little bit more. So spend on some holiday or vacation or whatsoever. Then focus on money already, like active
incomes.
Because on your passive income, right, it's settled already, man. Active income now becomes the priority. Like, how do I elevate further?
Yep.
How do I jump ship or whatever, or to play politics or whatsoever, right? Like it's not like the first thing you all listen also, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, with having a lot of investment, a lot of people would then be very scared. Like, are your family scared? Like you buy so many?
Yeah, talking about my family, actually, all my decisions, I didn't tell them. Right after my wedding, because before that, me and my wife staying with my family. Then we are those like so minimalist that my parents always say, why, are you have to be like this?
Yeah.
Then I was thinking, oh yeah. But then after our wedding settled down, then they're still, hey, are you struggling? Then I will tell them, oh, actually, I've acquired one. And another one, I think my parents still know. I think by this video, I think she only will know. So the first thing they are taught, my mom is like so shocked. Then she told my dad, wow, your son is so daring. Not just settle, not even settle his own house. Wow, you really get into all this. Later burn his hand. Wow, then how are they going to save me? And then this is, I think, the misconception a lot of different generations, and also among our generations, a lot of things that by taking in, like leveraging a lot of DSR is taking risks. And then actually I was told them being a minimalist is a choice. It's not only I can afford that. So having an investment doesn't mean I'm rich. Or some of my friends now will say, wow, you know, you learn investment ma, well, you should be rich. I say no. Just because I have the investment, meaning that I have my investment journey plan. So every pennies, I will calculate the values behind it. So it makes all of my decision, I would say, more rounding. So my parents at first they couldn't like imagine that, until one day my dad saying that, oh, at first he's planning that his dream is to invest in property, but he said that he didn't have the channel. And this is what I recommend you to my family.
Okay, hi uncle.
Because
at this rate, I'm gonna know all your family already.
Because this is what I think a lot of Malaysians, especially the older generations, they lacking of the knowledge. They'll think that property investment is something where I need to do when I'm rich. But they always say, oh, maybe when I get my EPF, when I retire, or I'll take the cash to put in one property, then I generate rental. I'll say that if you have the cash, then you buy 10 lah. Then you say, no. Or how can that? Wow, the first one 90, or then the third one 70. You don't maximize your wealth. Then I say that's not maximizing wealth, because that's actually equity. So you are actually building wealth using people active incomes. You have the benefit, you have the privilege of retiring, having the EPF a lot, abundance. But they are lacking. There's a gap between the mindset and the actual plan where they should do. Now my family, I think they well known on it, and they're quite supportive lah. They are now,
that's great, man.
Yeah, they are now like more like Fong Sam. Their child already have their own plan. So yeah, this is what I appreciate also lah.
Like, okay, honestly speaking, right? Do a lot of cousins come to you for property advice now?
No.
Because they don't know lah.
Yeah, because they don't.
I think this episode come out lah. God, I saw you in.
Yeah, this is what my wife first told. I said, hey, I think I'm going to DM Sean. Then he say, oh yeah, it's a good opportunity. I think the Yanjing one is quite similar to your story. I think you should go and share.
Yeah.
Then she suddenly post and say, wow, so you are going to tell everyone. So are you going to share the video to your family? I say, oh yeah lo. Then I say, yeah. I can't keep it forever. Yeah.
But the thing is,
it's something good to share.
Like for properties, like they also, hey, Sean got a lot of properties. I should follow him back home. I assets rich, cash poor one. You rob me, got nothing on . You want to resign the SPA, takes another 8 months on .
Yeah.
So you rob me, no points, and that's the beauty about property investment. Like just now you say, exactly, you're not rich now, but in 30 years time, you know how much you will get.
Yeah, hopefully.
And I really think, right, you are that specimen that I'm trying to educate all this while. Unfortunately, a lot of fathers' dream last time is to buy property. It's a dream, you know.
Yeah.
Like, because of circumstances, like job was hard to get, salaries were scarce, and they get married very early.
The rate is high also last time.
Yeah. Then like there's some 10% interest. You can take 5 years, 8 years loan only for house.
Yeah.
Oh, don't know how they do it. Seriously, don't know how they do it. Then sure we got families at, so last time 30 years old, right? 3 kids already, right?
Yeah.
Where you dare to take risks, right? Your boss asks you to go jump helicopter, also you jump it.
Yeah.
Because for salary, if not, the 3 kids is going to suffer.
Yeah.
Now at 30, we got nothing. And we still struggling for credit cards. That's something I don't understand.
Yeah.
Right? The only way that like to get rich, right, is to not spend. But this is going to offend a lot of people. But because it's like me in my dieting journey. Like I lost 16 kg, right? One of the rule is to not eat. How difficult is it to not eat? Wow, damn difficult.
Yeah.
Then like, oh, that's how not spending money feels like. Now only I feel. Because last time I got no money, so bo pian. Right? So if we dial back time a little bit, when you go through your first property again, what would you tell yourself?
If going back, like, because so far I'm quite satisfying with my whole journey lah. Although there is some mistake made.
Yeah, then maybe you can point out what are those mistakes made.
Actually,
No mistake.
this is what I always share to my brothers don't
Brothers, how many siblings?
my siblings. I have 2 younger brothers.
Ooh,
Yeah, I'm the eldest. So this is what I always
pressure on you guys.
Yeah, I always share to them that never regret on every mistake you made. Because if you struggle yourself, if you keep rotate in that mistake,
Cycle.
you won't come out.
Yes.
Instead, you take it as a lesson. And when it's a lesson, you will no longer look it at a negative way. Like, if looking back, I would say I won't do day trade. But if I don't do day trade, I won't go into investment property.
Yeah.
Maybe now I'll lump sum go in the crypto already.
And boom.
Yeah. And now it's staying under the bridge.
Uh,
And this is what every decisions makes the values. So even like right after I graduate, the first thing I was going to, I take the first 3 months salary, straight away go apply credit cards. Then I spend a lot. I think I asked my parents, hey, do you have anything you want to buy? I buy for you, then you return me the cash. Then they were like asking like, hey, why are you so rushing to spend your credit cards? Then at that time they will think like, oh, is it my child like getting lost, getting more and more materialistic? But then I'm clear on what am I building. So like I told them, it's building secrets. Then they will say like, no, you should work on your active income. I say, by taking into passive income doesn't mean I need to sacrifice my active income. It can both like simultaneously, concurrently. It's a different thing. It's just that when going back home, when you saw a banner there for the number, you'll see like, oh, this area very bad lah. A lot of people listing. Then you just go drive back home. And instead, I looking at the same thing. I'll think like, is it an opportunity?
Yeah.
Why is it so many banner? So I think just the different in perspective and also the thoughts which guide me along the way. So if you say like any mistake, I would say like there's mistake, but I say like more to lessons.
So it's like in order to get to where you are today, of course these mistakes must be made
Yeah. It's designed
to make you who you are today.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
It's what
Very, very nice. Like the day trade thing also, I resonate a lot. Like I was into day trade, then we play on margin, settle by T3.
I still not into the margin yet. But then
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very luckily.
Luckily because my wife is very good guidance.
Yeah.
She always tell me where's the boundary, where's the max you can go.
Yeah.
This is the money. Because just to share, both of us we graduated first class, so we waive our PTPTN. So that's the money we used to buy our first property.
Okay, wait. Let's stop there a little bit. Okay. We just graduate on first class and we just use the money. It's so easy. First class is 3.75 and above, right?
No.
3.8.
My crew is 3.67. We are both local university.
Oh.
And it's not that maybe it might sound very, very offended lah.
Yeah.
But because that's the best thing we could do when we are
at that
in
time
uni.
lah.
Yeah. So that's come out like
Ooh. Wow, that is something like okay lah, because in architecture, right, it's almost impossible to get first class.
Yeah. It depends on the field, I think.
My design class, right, like credit hours, you all like maybe got 5 subject, like 3 credit hour, 2 credit hour, 3 credit hour, all very even one ma.
Yep.
Architecture, right, design studio 9. Then history 1, technical 2, something else like 1. You just need to score
1.
design studio, right? The design school, then the rest, right, is negligible, you know. But the hard thing is this one is always very subjective.
Yep.
You look at this one, A+.
All sense of arts.
Yeah, exactly. Then my classmate just scribble A+.
Yeah.
Then another classmate, right? Oh, I put in so much effort, work, never take off. Then the first friend keep clubbing. Tomorrow submit, today only do. Still get A+, but this one like get C. They're like, this life is not fair, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to your story, the first class thing, right? You know, if for those in school, right, sometimes you worry too much about getting rich, right? You should focus on what's within your ability first. I guess that's a very, very good lesson for those who are listening in their uni. And I realized, right, a lot of people at the last year of uni start listening to my things.
Yep. Same to me lah. Almost that time.
Yeah, Yenjin also.
Yeah.
And why? Let me like okay. At the last year of uni, what age would that be?
In my case, 23.
23.
But I think in private it's around 22, 23 because we need to take STPM.
Yeah.
So,
2 more years.
Yeah,
right?
2 more years.
Wow, STBM is tough, man.
Yeah.
So tough.
Actually, like in terms of result, we are not that good back in our secondary school time. But then
You realize the importance of it, lah.
it's not the importance of it because we need to like maximize our time. Because as a students, that's the role we're taking. And by that time, we still didn't have all the TikTokers, all the YouTubers stuff. It's still very new.
Yeah.
So there's not much choice for students. Yeah, me and my wife, we do student caps back in our university times. Those times we still didn't have grabs. And those times we still need like paper assignments, no online class, nothing, not much about that. So by that time, that's the best we could do.
Yeah.
And now like my brothers, right, he's always inspired by a lot of YouTubers, like especially like all the Westerns.
Yeah.
They just pursue their dreams all out, like the Yo Chan
Yeah.
in Bangkok. So he always inspired, and study is never a thing to my brother. So he always tell me that where I should build my wealth, spend the time when I have the flexibility to build wealth when I in university time. But then he was saying that you graduated first class, then you get into the work. It's all like a rat race like that. It's like you do things using people expectations, parents expectations, everything. But then I look things differently because the era has changed. Now youngsters, they are more exposed to more opportunities.
Yep.
But then what I can do is to use what I'm good at and use the things the year I born.
Yeah.
To do the things I'm best. So there's no right or wrong. Just need to know your own
calling, lah.
Yeah, your own calling.
Yeah, lah.
Just answer to that.
Yeah. Like now you haven't 30 yet, right?
Yeah, it's 28. Almost there.
Almost there. So rub it in some more. Yeah. So by 28, you got 3 properties, got married recently. Then now you barely started. Now you look back, right? It's a very, very long journey, like the last 5 years, lah.
Yep.
Right. But now if you look back, right, it's nothing because you have became the person that you wanted to be.
Yeah, on the way.
Yeah. Right. So now again, like I have the utmost confidence in you. Like you can do whatever you need. But for your brother, right, like the YouTuber thing, a lot of people don't tell you the grit behind. Like a lot of people. So I kind of want to share a lot of like the hard reality, like me sleeping 2-3 hours a day before all this happened. Before you guys actually watch me, it's just a joker on TV, always on singlets, don't know what he's talking about, right? What on his room, they got ironing board behind. What is he talking about?
Calling himself Sentan, right?
Calling himself Sian Tan, to watch out of so many names. People won't take me seriously until they do.
Yep.
Until you reach that tipping point. So it took me like 600 videos. So if your brother really want to pursue something like that, right, go for numbers.
Yep. He's currently doing photographer, part-timer.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
Yeah, so if you go, so this is like for you, right? If you want to go for photographer, venture into Reels because Instagram just died, right? If you are still in still photographs, good luck. But you go into Reels, go into TikTok, how to make the music work for you because the whole world is trying to figure that out. And now the entry level to a photographer, right? It's just a camera.
Yeah.
A good camera does a lot of things, really.
And sometimes just an iPhone.
Yeah. So there's no last time good photographers and bad photographers, a big difference.
Yep.
Now not much really.
And you can use all the Lightrooms to edit everything.
Correct. It's more of people management.
Yep.
How do you communicate
Influence
to the client? Some like my own wedding photographer last time shout at my family member. Hey, move it a bit. Then take picture the face like that one. So all these kind of very weird things, right? The people skills that is not being brought up enough. And I guess that's about it. So that's for you, little brother. And what I really like about your story is it's very real and it's very achievable to any Malaysians.
Yep.
You didn't do anything, you just don't spend a lot.
Yep.
And now I think it's time for you to do so. And again, thank you so much for doing this. Because like no matter how much I say, right, almost repeating myself already. A lot of people, yeah, Sean, is he say the same thing again? Some people like, I can almost get what Sean is going to say, right? When they look at the asking Sean, right?
Yeah. Can predict the outcome.
Yeah, I can predict. Like, he's gonna be very ticked off with this point. He's gonna talk about this point. But when it comes from a different perspective, like yourself, it's gonna inspire others, and that's the whole purpose for this podcast. And as usual, we will give out a Hyuga 100 ringgit voucher.
Thanks.
Right, you can just go to the Mid Valley branch. There's no minimum spending. Just go and spend. Right, furnish your new house. Get a very nice $100 pillow. And I guess that's all for this episode. Shout out again to Dylan. Thank you so much for sharing his stories. And see you on the next one. Ciao.